Hi everyone, welcome back to GA Online Teaching, and we're busy with our third lesson for 2022. We're busy with Surds Part 3. Alright, grade 11s, let's begin. So over here I have a whole number or a natural number minus a surd form over there squared. Now firstly, it's a binomial, right? What does a square mean? A square means to multiply the thing by itself twice. Meaning, because the square is on the outside of the bracket, it's the whole bracket multiplied by itself. Alright, so just like we do normal binomial variables times a binomial, you can do two methods. Firstly, everything in the one bracket multiplied by everything in the second bracket, and then I add like terms. Or I can use the FOIL method, add like terms, and that will be my answer. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. That's very simple. 2 multiplied by the square root of 3. Remember, positive times a negative is a negative. Now remember, that's an imaginary 1 over there. So 2 times 1 is 2. Do not forget about the square root of 3. Right, I'm done with this one. Let's go to this term and I multiply exactly the same thing. These two, imaginary 1, negative times a positive is a negative. 1 times 2 is 2. Do not forget about my square root of 3. And now the last term, negative times a negative is a positive. Right? The square root of 3 multiplied by the square root of 3 is the square root of 9. Now, let's add like terms wherever possible. Most likely those middle two terms will always be like. So 4, these two. What's the like term? Negative 3. What happens? I plus and minus or minus the numbers or the coefficients of my surds. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Plus the square root of 9 is 3. Now what else do I see? That these two terms over here are like. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 minus 4 square root of 3. And this will be my answer. Why don't I bring those two terms together? Because they are unlike. On to example number 2. Again, binomial times a binomial. What will I see? That the middle two terms are going to be like. So 30 times 30 is equal to the square root of 900. If you can find this answer immediately, the square root of 900 is 30, you can skip this step. I'm only doing every step for explanation purposes. Square root of 30 times 3 square root of 2 is equal to positive 3. 30 times 2 is equal to the square root of 60. Right, negative 3 times a positive. Negative 3 square root of 60. What do I notice? Both of them have the square root of 60, meaning they are like terms with one another. And then the last term, the numbers, the coefficients multiply to be negative 9, and the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is equal to the square root of 4. If you can go to that answer immediately, no problem. Alright, so I see these two make 0. The square root of 900 is 30 minus 9 times 2. Right? If you can go to this answer again, that's fine. 30 minus 18 is equal to 12. And just like that, learners, Surds binomial times a binomial is complete. Next week or the next lesson, we'll go through solving for x using Surds. Until next time, please don't forget to like and share to my YouTube channel and Facebook page at GA Online Teaching. You can find the link in the description below.